Yeah, so basically this is kind of a little far into Volume 1.
Okay.
But you're basically going to Seatown, a bar, looking for information about where Afro is, just to set this up where you're at. So I guess you're familiar with Afro, the franchise, a little bit?
I am, and she isn't too familiar.
Okay. Gotcha. So we'll warn you, or tell you, Afro's all about like violence and cussing, nudity. It's a very mature franchise. So all of that is still here, still in the game. Plenty of violence, obviously. The big thing is, obviously, that this time around you're playing as Kuma. It's an original storyline picking up right when the first game ended. It does kind of play into the manga, to the anime. It does lean on that heavily, so you'll see lots of cell shading on the characters, lots of lines on the characters, lots of these things, which are hand-drawn panels by Okazaki-san in Japan. Everything we do is actually going through Gonzo in Japan. Gonzo's they are the creator, they own the rights. They're the ones who came up with the original idea to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything an Afro fan will expect to have is there. It's all the same voiceovers, it's all the same characters, lots of locations, so I'll be very, very familiar. Music, of course, is super important to the franchise. So RZA, the Wu-Tang Clan's back as the music director. Original storyline means we had a new writer. The new writer is Jim DeFelice.
Okay.
He's most famous for American Sniper, most recently. But he came in and wrote a great storyline that really follows the tale of Kuma going after Afro and kind of exploring everything that happened, basically.
Okay.
A lot has happened. I'll say that. I don't want to ruin it. But a lot has happened in the world to the people that Kuma once knew. Things have happened. So it's kind of about exploring that and figuring out, going on that quest of brother versus brother. And it really is. It starts off being all about revenge, but with any good manga or anime, there's lots of plot twists, I guess. It's a good way for me to say that.
Yes.
Things happen. Otherwise, I'll let you guys play. If you have any questions, just ask.
Okay.
I will give you basic controls. So X is to attack. A is jump around.
They're not giving me a choice.
Yeah, this is kind of far in, so they might be a little difficult. So with Kuma, since it's robotic, he's able to change his fighting styles or learn new fighting styles. So if you hit up on the directional pad, so right now you're in Kuma style. Kuma style is probably the most violent, so it's good to show off. If you build up your combo meter high enough, you'll be able to hit B on an enemy right now. You go into an execution where you just do tons of damage, lots of violence, lots of blood, obviously. You'll be slicing people in half, cutting off arms, cutting off legs, all that good stuff. So she's like a mini boss. Here in a little bit, she's going to be shooting out this electricity stuff from the speakers. That will disable all of your robotics. So that was Kuma's special ability. You got hit by electricity waves, so it disabled all of your robotics. I will point out there's Kuma standing right behind me. So let's not throw it out there. But the basics of the game is obviously lots of combat, lots of new combat that we're trying to introduce players to. But it's everything, it's true franchise experience. Same great storytelling, same great art.
I like the music so far too.
It's only very little, music's great. Riz is working with a bunch of indie rappers this time around, so it's up and coming guys. He's really found some awesome, very talented guys.
Wow.
So, very, very, very soon, so next week or the week after, we'll be releasing a big music reveal. We partner with some really good guys who will really get the word out. So you're going to see a big Afro Samurai music piece, video, I guess, however you want to say that, very soon. It shows off a lot of that. So it's going to be very cool.
It's one of my favorite things about the game. I love how the soundtrack always flows with the gameplay. It's always perfect.
So there's a part earlier in the game where it's this big, kind of like snow clearing, like you're up on a mountain pass, and it's wide open, so you're not stuck in a small area like this. But you get kind of ambushed by an enemy clan,
Yeah.
and the music just syncs to it so well because you're there in open combat basically, and the music is just pounding it. And like the rhythm of the combat just feels so good with the music.
Wow.
It's definitely one of my favorite spots. So each fighting style is very unique in terms of visuals, animations, executions, pros and cons. So like Master Style, she wasn't.
Yeah.
Master Style is all about dexterity, finesse, area of effect, crowd control.
I didn't do that.
Kuma Style is much more about damage. And it's sheer damage. Downside to Kuma Style is that you can't block, you can't dodge.
Yeah.
There's Afro Style. It's much more focused on like one-on-one combat. There's a big emphasis on dodging, deflecting, slower attacks. They're heavy, like they deal a lot of damage, but much slower.
So it's a really good idea to strategize between the two styles while you're
Take
playing.
advantage of all of them if you can. Definitely. So that was Master Style execution. You execute everybody around you in a short radius. Yeah, this is definitely a fun franchise to work with.
I
So
bet.
unique, so, I mean, it's just, I don't know, some of the things that Kuma does, some of the things that happens in game, and then the fans themselves. It's just, I don't know, I've been in the game industry, I've never done anything like this at all. So it's so many ties in, so unique. It's very fun. Like, it's nothing but fun. That's pretty much Afro. We'll let you guys play for a while. Here's my card. If you guys need assets or questions, feel free to shoot me an email.
Thank you.